Fires at night.
You can wish all you want, but you're gonna burn.
Oh shit. I'm a little concerned that I cast that spell at the end of the last week and then gave you time to think about it, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, I didn't need any time to think about it. I'm totally fine with everything that's going to go on. Hello, peoples. Welcome to Probability of Demise. We are a podcast where things don't open when I click on them. What is going on?
You need some assistance?
The joys of being away from your home setup.
The whole, like, yeah, so anybody doesn't know, I'm in Philadelphia right now, and soon I'll be in New York, but it's like
Philadelphia is not a real place.
Figure out this world here. Welcome, everybody. Adventures of Dice, etc., etc., etc. I'm Rick, your guide through the mystical realms of Probability of Demise. As we embark on this remarkable trip, I would like to introduce you to the valiant souls who will die by fire or not. First, we have Jason, stepping into the shoes of Asher, a semi-courageous bard with a heart ablaze with determination. Next, we have Larissa, gracing our narrative as Trixie, a cunning, hot-footed monk wielding both wisdom and fists of flaming brightness. And let's not forget Jess, whose portrayal of Tanzanite would add an ethereal touch of death to our ensemble if she weren't smoking hot. Her very presence holds secrets of deep consequences.
I don't know what's happening.
Fire puns.
Together, these extraordinary storytellers are weaving a captivating tapestry of adventure within Atlan's enchanted domain, a world that we created from our collective imaginations, where science's remnants entwine with the tendrils of magic.
I see little tiny Asher on the screen.
Yes, so I did.
Oh, I'm way far away.
I did do a TikTok. You're even further than that. That's just like a placeholder. But I did do a TikTok where I was like trying to get the scale. These are real, legitimately, like this wasn't a thing I planned on sharing at all, but this is legitimately my DM notes that I was kind of making of like where you all were, where you said you were. And then I had to like measure out the scale of the dragon. And normally it would just be a big circular blob on my notes. But when I saw how big the blob was, I needed to make it a dragon shape. And I have to say I got a little nervous.
They're nervous, sure.
A little large.
And now its butt is trapped in my trap. Butt trap.
Tail is currently trapped. And yeah, it's just, this is looking exciting and thrilling. But
oh boy.
While we're being excited and thrilled, let's just go back to our normal little layout here for a second. Any announcements that we have? I don't think there's any besides our merch, but
Happy Pride!
Happy Pride! Super, super happy Pride. We also have a lovely little bit of you finished it. Okay,
I made that a long time ago. No, this is what I'm working on right now. I'm almost done. It's hard to conceptualize a little, I guess, because it's hang on. Hold for effect.
We don't hold for effect here. We just now but this may be merch that we add to our shop. I'm sure Larissa can spit one of these out once a year.
It's technically a tank top. It just, this part has to get sewn, and then this will be one sleeve. This is the other, and then sew up the bottom. But
that could be super fun. Well,
oh no, now I'm stuck all over this. Okay.
Check out our stuff at tpublic/podcast. It's a thing. And it's without
t.pube/lick.
I hate you. Come on.
I've been an adult. I think you should say that you're proud of me. Mm-hmm. I am the favorite.
I am proud of you.
te.pub/lsc/capital POD lowercase cast.
Tell you what, Rue, you can sleep with me on Jason's side of the bed when you come to visit, and Jason can sleep in the office.
I ain't sleeping on that futon. It's super uncomfortable. I mean, it's great, Rick. You'll love it.
Actually, Brooke will probably like it because it's very firm.
It's hard. Your bed is like a scary squishmallow. That's gross.
Yeah.
Welcome. So we are ready for our
Squishmallow
word of the day. I'm sure Jess is totally ready for this, but
I
Jess,
am.
can you regale us with the word of the day? I think we need to sing the song to prompt.
The word of the day is abeus,
We missed it.
which is it's like a state of temporary inactiveness.
That's kind of what happened when we called for the word of the day just now.
I gotta listen to it because I gotta make sure I say
do we-
it right.
Do we all get a bonus because we had that?
If you want to be in abeyance during your turn when the dragon starts to eat you, you are more than welcome to. But until then, good luck.
Retroactive word of the day.
Retroactive word of the day.
That was oddly beautiful. We may have a break midway through, mostly because this is going to be a super stressful session, but also because there's a dog who might need to go to the loo. So because that's
go to the boo.
Go to the boo loo, the boo,
Boo boo and the
whatever
loo.
words. Yeah, I'm in the wrong time zone. I got to work through it. But Jason has offered to write us a commercial. So if we do end up having that break, be ready for some entertainment. Does anybody want to roll for a recap?
Nope.
Oh.
That was,
Did you just say nope?
I said nope. Did not listen to it.
That's what I thought. Oh.
Oh,
I'm only paying like 12% attention when I'm actually here. I have to re-listen to it to know what happened.
full of other
I rolled a
things.
19, thankfully.
19. Ooh, that's nice.
I did not roll that high.
Other folks are checking their stuff out, make sure you're a subscriber, subscribe, hit the bell if you're on one of the video tubes. And if you're not, you can check us out at demisecast.com and see all the lovely places we're located, including Spotify, Apple, Google, the things, more
I
places.
did re-listen to it. I forgot. We finished it in the car on the way up to our vacation.
What'd you get, Larissa?
9.
Okay, cool. Jess?
A 10.
Oh, you bitch! That was what it was like last week too. I think you got one higher than me.
Because I keep thinking, I'm like, it's me. It's gonna be me.
Well, Larissa, it's all you because I rolled a nat 20.
Oh,
Just
Well, good. Get that out of the way.
preview of the day. These dice have been rolling hot. I did play a little fun ad hoc session with some folks at a D&D store here in
Good. They just jinxed
Philadelphia yesterday, and I've been rolling hot for a while.
So what you're saying is you used up all your hot rolls on that random one shot at a random game store, and now you're going to suck all day.
It was my first time almost TPKing a one-shot group.
Those poor kids.
I was
would've-
rolling it.
I think you
Or
would have had
people,
us.
whoever they were. whether
You would have
they
had
were
us on
kids
that
or
last
people.
one shot if you didn't let me put that potion in my inventory beforehand. I'm just saying.
All right, Larissa. What happened last week? 2 weeks.
I'm just trying to remember where it started. It was it was us going to bed and deciding to go. Okay, I think I kind of remember where we left off. We essentially got back to Bonnie's spot, and we're trying to figure out exactly how to lure the dragon in. So we asked Shep, who is which is our name for the night walker, I believe Rick refers to them.
Nightmare Shepherd.
Pick one. Are they both right, or is only one right? Pick
They're
one.
both right.
Both right.
Okay, so then don't correct me.
I call it things.
So anywho, we requested that Shep send the dragon a dream that we were loading a bunch of a bunch of stuff from the area that we were at that the dragon had recently attacked onto our ship so that I could go fly around and try to attract the dragon and try to lure it back.
Did I tell you last time what Shep rolled on the nightmare sending?
No, you did not.
So I rolled both the nightmare sending, nat 20 on the charisma check, added it the nightmare's charisma, which was a negative, as you would expect from something scary. And then the dragon nat 1'd its save.
Well,
Oh,
that worked out then.
things happened.
So what you're saying is the dragon showed up and just crawled into the trap and laid down, basically.
Well, that was just the reason to chase Trixie, because that's what comes next, I think.
Yes. So at that point, I think it was morning, Bonnie transported Trixie via tree to where we had left our boat, our ship. And right? Yes. And then it was a failed attempt to follow Bonnie back to where we had placed the trap, because she decided to turn into a tiny little hummingbird and get into a whatever kind of spat with some fellow hummingbirds in the area. And through a lot of roles involving
Bonnie's
a lot of natural,
not grown.
a lot of roles involving a lot of natural ones. I got lost. I got essentially kicked off course, but ended up in the dragon's territory, and I caught its attention. After at which point, I finally had a decent enough role that kind of got me back on course. And I played a little cat and mouse with the dragon while Tanzanite and Asher did their best to make a trap that would get a dragon. And I believe Jason rolled a natural 20 on the creation of the trap. Right?
I don't remember.
I think so.
There was a lot of high rolling going on by those saboteurs.
By everyone but me. And so as we started to get close, Trixie essentially skid landed the ship to go past the trap, and then use the anchors to kind of swing the ship around and bring it to a stop. And the dragon rolled terribly and landed directly on the trap. And as we previously mentioned, Tanzanite is afraid. Asher and Trixie are immune. Asher wished for the Timeless Trio to be immune to fire for the next hour. And and that's kind of where we left off. Yes.
Yes.
Not so many words.
So we did roll initiative before we ended the last session, and it is pretty darn exciting. All of the things that are going up and coming down, and I'm so thrilled that you all get to be here for what may be the end of the Timeless Trio. Who knows?
Shut your mouth.
Aw, so mean.
I was just making random mouth noises during the thing, and then realized that I accidentally unmuted myself, so it probably came over the theme song.
I heard you a little bit.
Just me going.
I was like,
that's what that was.
beatboxing in there. Where did that
Hear
come?
that.
Good times.
Oh, all the joy. So I'm just,
Look at all that health.
I may not be able to update your health as we go, but that's because I'm not located at home with all my favorite toys.
Do you want us to to verbalize that, or do you want us to keep it to ourselves?
It's absolutely fine. It was really fun in the last round, but who knows? This could be depressing where you just murder my poor little creature.
Poor little ancient red dragon.
I mean, y'all have some pretty solid kicks in here. I mean, Tanzanite
I see what
rolled
you
the
did
highest-
there.
Tanzanite rolled pretty well overall, even though it's just a 12. But there's only 3 of you, and my dragon did pretty awesome. So it's all fun and games until somebody loses their life. All right, so as battle commences,
So does the battle music.
dun dun dun.
Okay.
All right, you are all settled in for the fight. Asher is just beneath the surface, almost Tanzanite under the neck of the dragon. You know that the entrance to that space that the dragon previously tried to get into, and the molten mess that lies there is just beneath the dragon's neck. You, at its tail, have successfully dodged the thrashing, but you can see that it is buckling and pushing out with its tail, certain to release itself from this trap if nothing is done soon. Trixie, you are off in the distance just enough to be possibly no help whatsoever. But then again, you are a monk, you are fast. We'll see what happens. For its first turn, the dragon tries to rip itself free from the trap. And to make this spicy and interesting, Asher, as the generator of the trap, I would like you to just roll a d20 and tell me what dangers have happened.
He has
14.
he has 2 trays, I would like to point out.
No, I bounced out of the tray onto the floor. I tried to roll it on the tray. 14.
You see your trap begin to splinter as the dragon thrashes and roars. It says in Draconic, "Stupid beasts. Stupid, stupid beasts." And lets roar fire from its maw, saturating the already molten area that you're in with even more heat. But you and you, Tanzanite, are both immune to the fiery spray. Tanzanite, you're up.
And I'm like under his tail, right?
You are close to the trap.
So I have to move. So
You're moments from a wrong wing beat knocking you flat.
yeah.
Or flying.
Well, even though it's going to do a
We're within a stone's throw of a dragon's butthole. I'm just saying.
You
Yeah.
could try to
Well, that's-
reinforce the trap. You could try to attack the dragon. You could run away in fear.
But I can't be this close to it if I'm afraid of it, right? Like I have to get away from it.
You just can't move closer.
Oh.
That was the problem for Asher when you were circling. He couldn't get closer. He didn't have to leave, but he couldn't get closer. So as long as he maintained that 200-foot distance, he was fine.
But because I'm so close. Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to
You can even attack it. You just do so with disadvantage due to the overwhelming fear.
yeah. I'm going to try to, as stealthily as possible, reinforce the trap.
Okay, so which are you seeking to privilege more, being sneaky about it or reinforcing it?
Evans,
no.
could you do that again?
Which are you seeking to be more focused on, being sneaky about this or reinforcing the trap?
My main focus is reinforcement, but if I cannot draw its eye, that'd be cool too.
Oh, you've already drawn
Yeah.
its eye.
Oh, okay then. Well then, it knows I'm there.
It's
Duh.
an ancient dragon in a trap that you and your friend devised. It knows where you are.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna hit it and run. I'm
You're
gonna
gonna-
take out. My sword's already out, and even though I get disadvantage, I'm a whack it with my Dragon Slayer longsword.
Whack it up the butt.
Go ahead and
Whack
roll
it up
your
the butt.
whack at it. Roll the attack.
Okay.
Instead of
read this
whack-a-mole, it's whack a butthole. Sorry.
Like on,
I just spent a week in a cabin with
but-
Jason. It's gonna take a little bit to wear
I
off. I'm
spent 2
sorry.
years watching Probability of Demise. They got all the way to the end and just started fighting a dragon's butthole. It was weird.
unnatural 20.
Woo!
That is a miss.
Ah, boo.
Ew.
Aw.
In that case, I'm going to go ahead and pull out my spiritual weapon. Because that whole thing's the bonusy thing.
Yep.
So pull that out and just have it on top of them.
Roll
Drop
the attack
it.
with that.
And then I'm gonna, after that, run. No, I'm not. Okay, so that's a, okay. Yeah. What are you? Ooh, that's not bad. Okay, so 16 plus 10, 26.
26 hits.
Okay, I have 1d8. I don't have my d8s out, so we'll do this for now. Ooh, an 8 plus 4, 12.
What level are you?
18? No. 20?
18. 18.
Doesn't your spiritual weapon have more dice for that level, or am I wrong?
Mine says I have 1d8.
Oh, that's
That
right.
can't be right.
You have to upcast it. That's what I meant. Never mind. I totally.
Oh.
So yeah, your spiritual weapon comes down, and you can see it chipping away a tiny bit, at the scale armor covering the dragon. You can see one of them is slightly shattered, kind of like a pane of glass that has been hit in the style of glass. Not true safety glass, but much in the way of safety glass. It is shattered in multiple pieces, but is still held together there on the hide of the dragon. Okay, so that will take us to Asher. Trixie, you're up on deck, except
So that-
after you do that, oh my dear Tanzanite, the
There's a
dragon takes
legendary
its
action
legendary action, and you see it almost seems to curl in on itself as the gaping maw of the dragon is launched in your direction. All you see is teeth, saliva, and a fiery depth beneath it as it swings to hit you with, does a holy macaroni, does a 31 hit. Is a thing that I will not need to say forever. No.
It's me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Jason.
Nope.
Well, yeah, of course it hits.
Okay, you take 21 points of damage. That is piercing damage. And since you're immune to fire, you avoid the 14 points of fire damage. The
Good.
foliage around you does not and begins to catch fire.
Hey, DM,
Yeah.
does she also have a chance to roll against the dragon fear
Yeah, she would have at the top of her turn.
at the top of her turn? Oh.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a d20 and see if you get out of that. Or at the end of her turn, I think it is.
That's what I was going to say. I think it's at the end.
End of her turn.
Do I get to add anything? Or no?
It is a wisdom save?
Wisdom save, yeah.
With that, then, it is a 29.
Hey!
You are no longer frightened for the dragon.
Woo!
And even as you realize that, and this bite slams at you, and you realize that you're no longer afraid of the dragon, you see the claws coming for you. Because it's not a solitary attack as part of its legendary action. It is a bunch of attacks. Well, I'm going to guess. Does the 21 hit?
It does.
Damn it.
Okay, you take 17 points of slashing damage. And this other one is definitely going to hit because it's higher than that. You take another 17 points of slashing damage.
Ay, 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 ay.
Such is the life of battling a dragon.
Is that really?
Takes us fully into Asher. You can see that its attention has turned. It is not facing you, Asher. It doesn't even, through the small opening of the space that you're in, it doesn't even seem to notice that you're down there, based on its willingness to turn its back to you and deal with a small prey near the trap that has ensnarled its tail.
I'd like to walk out of the thing, but as I do, I just want to like run because I've never used a wish spell before, and I did as with Asher. Every time he casts a new spell, he's never sure if it's going to work. So I just want to like run my fingers through like some flame on like the side of the doorway to see if I feel pain as I walk past, just so I know for sure.
Describe to me what that looks like for you to just like run your hands through that fire, and what your like reaction is when you see that the fire doesn't hold to you and you don't feel pain. You can tell it's hot, but you do not feel the pain.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like run my finger through it and then maybe like back a little bit and just like hold it there and be like and then just like walk out, and I'm gonna pull out, like quick draw my pistol and shoot a water bullet at the dragon's head.
Roll that attack. It's a magical pistol armed with the water.
Does a 32 hit?
Yes.
Hang on, I gotta find my water bullets. I don't remember what those actually do. There we go. What's the damage for the water bullet? Do you know offhand? I don't.
I think it's 1d8.
Water bullet 5e.
I'm trying to remember.
Bullet. I thought it was more than one dice, but maybe not. Oh well. Weird. All right.
Oh, it's the tightly compressed. So it's a 2d10.
2d10. Okay. So that is 2d. $28 damage.
28 damage. That is not a great feeling, but that is okay. You can see that. Where were you aiming that shot at?
At its head.
You can see that it hits its eye a bit, and you can see kind of like when you get hit just below the eye, you see the redness and a little bit of blood drips out. Not a terrible wound for this mighty dragon, but definitely enough for it to notice. And you see it start towards you, start to sinuously turn its body and realize that you are there.
I'm going to say a thing. Give me a sec. I'm going to say, all objects have a little bit of life deep inside them. And I'm going to animate the trap and make it grapple the tail down so it can't walk towards me.
Oh, wow. So it's already kind of held in place. So I feel like this is an automatic win for your animated trap.
I just wanted to not be able to pull it and walk towards me. But
yeah, and I feel like this is like a little bit of reinforcement. When you animate something, you have a stat block for it, right?
yes.
Okay, I would like you to add 50 hit points to the stat block that you have for this particular one. And we will run it from that point of view as your animated object, rather than something that's trying to escape. All right. Anything else?
I think I am done for right now.
Awesome. So, Asher, that's your turn. Trixie.
Actually, wait. I'm going to use my movement because I just stepped out. So I'm going to step back into the building just for cover.
All right.
If I can.
It's going to let you do that without taking an opportunity attack.
Oh, I didn't know it was close enough for that. Oops.
Oh, yeah. The entranceway is right under where its head was. It hasn't actually moved from its general location, and its head is coming back. It is going to take a second legendary action and use 2 of the points for this to... It's going to commit to I think it's going to do a wing attack. So you see it beat its wings down, and I need both you and Jess, Tanzanite and Asher, to make dexterity saving throws.
19?
Success.
Dexterity plus 3, so 18. 21.
Success. You both quickly grasp something as the wings begin to move, and a powerful air energy is launched. As you can see, the dragon is trying to launch itself while simultaneously attacking you. The flames are being fanned further out into the forest, and Trixie, you can see those flames grow brighter as it happens when a campfire is low and somebody blows air on them. They glow brighter. But in this situation, the brighter glow lights up the forest, but also causes vegetation a little further out to catch fire as well. Because you both saved, you take none of the damage, and you are not knocked prone.
Yay.
And the
We are
dragon,
not knocked prone?
You are not knocked prone.
Great.
And unfortunately, the dragon, as it is trapped, does not succeed in flying up to half its flying speed. It is still stuck there. It tried. It failed. Trixie, you can see your friends maybe 120 feet away from you.
Okay.
You're a monk. You can get around things. You know how to get this. But maybe you don't want to. Maybe they should just burn there with this big dragon. You should leave them alone. It's really up to you whether they live or die, right?
Right. So I am going to use my movement, and I'm going to use my bonus action Step of the Wind to move 100 and to get to the dragon, to get up on its see, it's kind of facing me, so I don't know. It's right foot, leg, arm.
So you're gonna try to clamber up its arm?
I'm not gonna try to climb it yet. Right now I'm just trying to get there.
Okay.
But that's in terms of like what direction I'm headed, that's where I'm going.
You're gonna try to catch the dragon by its toe.
At which point I am going to once I get within 5 feet, I mean technically 10 feet because I have 10 feet, but once I get within 5 feet of it, I am going to use my take out my shovel, and I am going to do 2 attacks.
Amazing.
First one.
Shovel that dragon.
35.
That hits.
Okay. Do you want me to just roll the second one now to see?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I really wanted to say that barely hits, but
33.
that hits.
Okay. What am I looking at? Okay. Oh, I didn't even use any charges. Damn. Okay. First one is 22. Second one is 21. So 43 points of damage.
Yeah, so you come up and you start whacking at the feet, I'm guessing.
Yes.
And
Specifically, it's right one. For being specific.
Shattering the scales with the first whack and then digging in deep where the flesh has been revealed a little bit, causing it to screech for a moment. Anything else you're up to?
Nope, that's my 3 check boxes.
Now it's the dragon's turn, and it is first going to see if it recovers its legendary actions. Please. Yes. It is going to... The most damage came from you, Trixie, so its full attention centers on you. And it is going to first... It's... Good grief, what joys will it have? It's going to take a... bite and 2 claw attack because it did not recover its breath weapon, and so it can't use that yet. So goes to bite you and does a 33 hit.
Yes.
Great. You're going to take 21 points of piercing damage, and I believe the wish that Asher made encompassed you. So the fires that kind of crawl along your fur for a moment leave you unaffected. And then even as that fur fire flames out, you see claws coming at you from either direction as it sweeps both of them towards you almost at the same time. And that is another 33 to hit and a 34 to hit.
Okay.
So you'll take 34 points of damage total from both the claw attacks.
Okay.
Then the dragon is going to throw back its head and try to step closer to you. Step onto you.
Okay.
So I would just love for you to roll a dexterity saving throw as you navigate between its legs and limbs.
Okay, give me 1 second. I just want to make sure.
Look, literally stepping on a bug.
No, I know. Hang on. There's something. I just want to make sure that I... There's something that I have. I just want to make sure that I understand it. Sorry. I just want to...
What's up?
Okay.
Just checking.
Dex save, right?
Yes.
22?
You definitely make it through as it's kind of like just moving itself out. And as it does, you can see that its tail is still entrapped in the trap and it has just extended itself out. It is blocking the entrance to down below, almost as if it's trying to get like a guardianship of that space. And you were just in the way of it trying to get there. it wasn't necessarily going for you, but it was going for the entranceway that Asher has just descended down. And that's going to be its turn. Tanzanite. Nice long tail, still entrapped. Your friend's under attack. You've disrupted your fearful status and are focused and ready to go at this with all of your clerical powers. What do you choose to do?
I'm going to attempt to cast Harm at the 6th level.
Woo!
And that's a con of 18 that he has to beat.
Okay, so the con of an ancient red dragon
Yeah,
is 29
ugh,
plus 9.
yeah.
So
Still gets half.
if I roll a 8 or less, this is going to take effect. I rolled a 13.
That's okay.
But it does make
Because
a
he
save.
still-
What is half the harm damage
Yeah, so that is... So
at level 6?
I don't have enough of these, so I'm going to do it online. So 14d6.
Woo!
Okay, so half of that.
Round up, bitches!
So 29 points of damage.
Yeah. Describe to me what this looks like as you cast harm on this dragon. What is it visually, if visuals are a part of it at all?
This might be weird, but I kind of feel like, because, you know, Tanzanite's so pale, you can see her, like, purpley blue veins. I feel like those kind of pulse with, like, energy, and then my shadows just kind of, like, cascade over it, you know?
Ah, I love it.
Like, shoot out.
Very Studio Ghibli.
Exactly, yes.
Oh, okay. I was like having a
Okay.
Spider-Man flash of like webbing coming out, but just dark and but the more anime version of that would be also super wild.
That or, like, the thing that Venom is in the MCU. That, like,
Oh yeah, the like parasitic shadow.
yeah, like that almost, maybe.
Yeah, I love that. Like these parasitic shadows have now like just spat from your presence onto the dragon and pulse for a bit as they pull away vitality, and you can see the dragon aglow with darkness, if that could be the inversion of the term, as for a moment it is pulled and pulsed and then fights it off as its robust constitution allows it to not be completely consumed. And because that is that the end of your turn? Or are you bonus
Nope,
actioning
I
your
still have my thing.
Spiritual
giant
weapon?
mace hovering
Spiritual
over it?
weapon. Yep. So that is.
And
Where are you? Oh, actions.
we
You-
really won't be able to see her.
That'll be 11 points.
11 points. So those of you who did not hear, including Tanzanite, who may have been distracted a little bit by calculating some damage there, Asher wrote up that we're going to have to give Tanzanite a black spider suit. Yeah, so just as those dark sort of parasitic tendrils fade away, the magical spiritual mace plunks down and smacks the ancient red dragon.
I'm also gonna.
Boop it
I
on
know
the
it's gonna do not a reaction, but whatever it's called.
Opportunity
I'm gonna,
attack.
I'm gonna run away 30 feet.
Okay. You will take an opportunity attack from the dragon as its tail can reach to you, and you will need to have an AC of. Oh, that's no different than the other ones. That's kind of cool. Can you survive? Oh, that was low. I'm very curious about this now. Can you survive a hit of 19?
No.
Okay. You will take 19 points of damage.
Gee.
Trixie has her hand up.
Oh, actually, Trixie might have a really solid thing here because I think we may have just run into a problem with it trying to smack you with its tail because its tail is trapped. But
Well, that too.
Oh,
Trixie.
yeah, that, yeah.
I would like to use my reaction for Sentinel to attack the dragon, because anytime it attacks anybody besides me, I get a reaction.
I guess we need to decide if it
Awesome.
actually could attack with its tail before you could do that.
Yes.
We
yes.
will go back
Cause
to
and
the
effect.
whole
We shall see.
thing. So I don't think it can attack with its tail while the tail is trapped. So for it to do this attack, which it wants to do desperately, because it thinks these vermin are awful, it would have to give up standing up on top of the entranceway to the darker spaces. And I don't think it would do that either. So stretched out tail, you would just be able to move away Tanzanite without any
Okay.
problem. It's
In which
not
case-
going to go for that opportunity attack. Which
Okay.
also means it's not going to go for its legendary reactions at the end of your turn. So it's not going to, or not as reactions, it's legendary actions.
Right.
So that'll just take us so peacefully over to Asher's turn. With
Hello
the dragon doing nothing.
Duh.
General Kenobi. Sorry.
You
said it.
Hello there. General Kenobi.
I'm going to switch the battle music to something else in a second.
Wait, that's in the end of John.
No, not even close.
The crossover is going on right
it's all
now.
John Williams.
You're
All
just a
John
Harrison
Williams to
Ford
me.
fan. Anything with Harrison Ford in it.
I did like a men's choir John Williams medley, and they all just run together in my head now. They flow as one song.
I would also like to say that our outro or our wedding recession, is that what it would be considered?
Sure.
Whatever it is after when we're going back down the aisle together was that theme.
Asher.
All right.
What you do?
I
What do?
shall say words, and they shall do things. I will say. Hang on, I'm trying to find the spell before.
It's very Eddie Izzard.
I shall say. Cake or death? No.
Yeah,
That's
very
third
well.
podcast in a row with cake or death jokes, but all right. I'm gonna say I saw the ocean and heard stories of its rage, waves of great terror, and I'm going to cast Tidal Wave at 6th level.
Woo!
A dex save of 19.
Okay. Do your friends have to do any?
Yes, the answer is yes.
You're a wave of water that's going to crash down on an area within range, up to 30 feet long, up to 10 feet wide, up to 10 feet tall.
Oh shit! Each creature in that area must make a dex saving throw. Sorry, guys.
It's all right.
It's okay.
It's
I read the spell before I cast the spell. My bad.
Worth it. Worth it.
Yep.
Well,
Agrees.
Oh,
so here's the thing. You have a clear line of sight through the entranceway that the dragon is blocking. So the area they're casting it is right on the dragon.
Like it may absorb most of it if Tanzanite's behind it, and
Tanzanite is far enough away because she was able to run away that she's not.
Trixie's
gonna
right in
be-
front of it, and I was by the head, so probably Trixie has to roll, but not Tanzanite.
Trixie's gonna get a little fire hosing going on. But what I'm wondering about is this a massive amount of water that you're casting upwards, and it's got to go down somewhere. Asher, what does it look like to drown in a cave? The dragon does not make the dexterity save, so it'll take the full damage. We're just going to work this one thing at a time.
Okay. Hey, should I grab the dice when I'm casting a spell before I cast a spell instead of making our way?
Trixie, you want to roll your dexterity save as well, please?
Sure. What do I have to make?
His spell DC.
Hey, what do I have to make?
19.
That's how I felt.
No, I'm just picking dice. That's all.
No.
That is a 25.
Oh, I rolled like shit. That's 12 damage.
Interesting. Ancient red dragons have
Really?
a
Out of
10
how
for
many?
dex.
48. Just bad roll.
48.
Oh, 4d8.
Yes.
No,
12 damage.
Jason only rolled 12 damage.
Yes.
He rolled 4d8 dice.
4d8 for 12 damage. No, I said 12, and Larissa said, really? How many? And I said 4d8. Sorry. That was confusing.
Wow. Okay, well.
But at least it's very steamy here all of a sudden. And that's what's important.
So
Instead of burning, we're boiling.
the fire and water coming together and then the spray back. I feel like there's a situation here that is just, I would just like you to describe to me, Asher, as the steam and water flow back down to you. What's Asher doing?
It's weird how it all goes right around me, and I'm completely fine. I don't know. It's
Okay. I'll take that.
I'm gonna say as the water
No,
like pours in,
I'll take
Asher's
that.
gonna like duck,
What could be causing that?
like oh shit, and then like duck like up against the wall on one side of the door. I don't know if that will save him, depending how far down the water runs into the hole. I guess. Like if it.
Well,
comes
you knew
back
you
out
were
the face.
casting this, and you knew what, and like as soon as you did it, you probably knew what the consequences of it would be. So I easily see Asher making it to the wall and the water flowing down. But I think what's going to be interesting is if you roll a perception check really quick.
Yeah, oh. There's a water dragon inside the building. That is a 16.
You hear as the water floods past you and the general gurgle near you dissipates, you may hear Trixie muttering curses from up above or whatnot. And you definitely hear the rumble of the dragon, but you hear even further down, you hear the sound of the water hitting something very, very hot. And then suddenly, as it floods down to that other entranceway, that other door that you hadn't gone past yet, it just seeped through it, and something very, very hot was on the other side of that. And then the room you're in is ridiculously humid.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is Bonnie in this fight?
No.
Okay, just checking. That's fine. We forgot to protect her with the wish spell, so she can not fight.
She is
We
currently flying
forgot,
around
guys. We forgot
having
to protect her.
some hummingbird stuff right now. So she's probably looking for a certain airship that should be right here. Where is it?
Okay. And then for what I would like to do, you can tell me if this is possible.
As the DM, yes, they can. Sorry.
What I would like to do is use, instead of like the slam attack for the animated object, I would like to use a crushing, like dig into the tail, like do damage.
Yeah, I like the idea that you're just like, it's just coalescing around the tail, making life more miserable for it.
Okay.
And because it's literally surrounding the tail, go ahead and roll the attack with advantage. We'll just see if this is literally a situation of not like can it hit, but can it pierce the armor.
Okay. All right. So I'll just use like the force empowered slam stats for like a piercing damage instead. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does anybody know my spell attack modifier? Okay, it is 29?
9?
29.
29.
Oh, yes, 29 hits.
Okay.
I'm like, how did you just roll a 9? How do you roll a 0 on the dice?
That is 7 more damage. Oh, wait, plus my proficiency bonus, 14 damage. 13 damage. I do math.
You? Oh, that's funny. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Here, let me share something. Trixie.
Mm-hmm. My turn?
It is. The dragon seems to, just like as you kind of see it settling in there, and it's almost like it's incubating, and it's settled on top, and it's trying to jerk its tail out of the trap that it's in. But it's almost settling in its current location.
All right. Now I'm going to try to climb its leg up and go to where the base of its tail is.
Just in case you could possibly roll a natural 1, go ahead and roll that ridiculous athletics check.
Athletics? All right.
We bad?
18?
You're fine.
Okay.
You climb up.
Oh,
And I am going to use Trixie's gonna be like kind of using her shovel just like as a as a walking stick to get up this dragon. She gets to the base of the tail and she's like, I am so fucking sick of these goddamn dragons, and I am going to rage.
I'm so tired of these motherfucking dragons on this
On these
motherfucking
motherfucking
planet.
Okay, so that gives you advantage on your attack rolls, but it also gives other things advantage.
No, that's only if it's reckless.
Oh, that's
That's the
right.
reckless attack.
You're just
No,
raging.
I have
but
advantage on
just rage.
strength checks and saving throws. +2 melee damage. I don't think is mine a strength weapon. My shovel.
No, we made it a dexterity shot.
Okay. Right.
Weapon,
Right.
so that you would get.
Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
You don't
Mhm.
want to be bitten, snapped at, or
Mhm.
poked at.
Mhm.
Yes, if anybody's wondering, Trixie took levels in Barbarian last year.
All right. At which point I am going to take my shovel and I am just going to start slamming down, like with the blade in, right at the base of the tail.
You're not going reckless. Come on.
I'm not
Roll
going
your
reckless.
attack.
Yet.
Roll your attack.
Hey, Rick, I just realized I can't upcast Tidal Wave. Is it okay if I use a 3rd level slot instead of a 6th level slot, like I said? Otherwise, I can. I did say 6, so I'll use it if.
Tidal Wave. You can. I mean, you could upcast any spell.
I mean, I can
You not
use the spell to
have-
cast it, but there's no benefit to upcasting it, so I would like to use the lower level slot if
That's
I can.
fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
That is what is my thing again? That is a 34. I'm rolling really high on this
That
dice.
hurts.
And I am going to use where are my charges? I'm going to use a charge. What does that do? Is that add another D8? Extra 1d6. Okay. All right. So that is first one. Oh, wait, let me roll the second attack. Sorry. That's nat 1. So the first one is 25 whatever kind of damage this is. Plus 6 force damage.
Awesome.
And yes, my second one misses.
That's okay. You didn't need to hit my creatures. You're just being nice. It's more like combing its back hair.
Okay. If it needs to be stated, my intention is to literally slice off its tail at the base.
That is grotesque and mean and rude. Why would you do that to my beautiful?
Just so you understand where I'm like aiming the damage. That's my goal is to.
Yeah, it's already trapped. It's already stuck. It's definitely, and I think now it will use its legendary action. I think it's your turn because that hurts. And so it leaves the location where it was kind of guarding the entranceway that just beyond that was Asher, and flings itself back to attack you. This is so weird, like how things can just be, but it's a sinuous little dragon. It's going to just do its thing. It's going to bite at you and claw at you, trying to scrape the pest off of its back. So, does a 24 hit?
No.
Oh.
Bite. Oh, why am I rolling so poorly?
Because you
Does-
jinxed yourself, you jerk. Sorry, I'm done. I'm sorry.
Does a 20 hit?
Mm-mm.
Damn, girl. Remind me never to say that again.
Will do.
Does a 23 hit?
No.
So none of that hit, is what you're telling me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm invincible.
No, I'm not. I'm not. But the last turn indicates I am not.
That is so much fun. All right, and now it's actually the dragon's turn. It's going to roll to regain that legendary action, and it does not, but it still has its 2 from before, so that's fine. It's just down 1, and it is going to do a strength check to get free of the trap because it's starting to get a little painful down there. So this is strength versus strength. So I need Asher. I need you to roll your strength of your animated object, and I am rolling for my
Ooh, it's very strong.
happy dragon.
19? Wait, no. 17, sorry. Math.
Oh, well, either way, it rolled a 16 plus 10, so it's broken free of the trap. The trap is still there. It's still an animated object. It still has the hit points, but it has broken free. But unfortunately, it had to use its turn to do that, which really sucks.
Wow.
I would have liked to bake a little bard inside of a... Anyways.
In a Dutch oven.
It's kind of a perfect situation. You could just melt the stone onto the bard's body, and they're entombed
Hot
forever
bard.
in mortarite.
Instead of steamed buns, it's steamed bards.
Nice. I love these ideas. Tanzanite, you watch as the dragon's tail rips free of the animated trap. You see that near that tail is Trixie trying to gnaw off the tail like a giant shovel-wielding beaver. No sign of Asher at all. What are you doing?
I mean, and now this means that there's nothing attached to this dragon because its
Correct.
tail is off.
Yes.
No, the tail isn't. You mean it's not being held in place?
It's not held in place, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It still has its tail, though.
I mean, the tail's on the ground.
Is the
it
trap
has its
still
tail.
on the tail? Like grappling the tail, or is the trap also like loose of the tail now?
No, it's totally lost with that.
Okay.
The tail is still attached to the dragon. The dragon just wriggled the tail free from the trap.
Gotcha.
I am attempting to cut off the tail.
Got
I don't
it.
know how long
We
it will
got
take
somebody
me.
who wants to make a
Doesn't-
dragon bobcat. We got somebody who wants to just like use the bobcat's fur for something else, and we got whatever Tanzanite comes up with in the next 2 seconds.
Okay, so. That changes things. Okay, so. In that case, I am going to. Where's my people? Is it you? Are you my people? No, not you. Okay,
Alright.
I'm gonna just do what I was gonna do because I this is new information. So I'm going to. Is this what I was gonna do? Yes, this is what I was gonna do. Okay, I'm going to cast at 5th level because it doesn't help at all if it's at a higher level. Correct.
Unless I somehow do counterspell. But you haven't seen the dragon.
Correct. So that means at. So I'm gonna do just at 1st level because it doesn't matter what level it is, cast Bane on the creature,
And what
which
is the
does a
save?
bunch of stuff. It is a charisma of 18.
Okay, so I have to roll. Let's see here. What is this charisma? +6. You sure you don't want to make this a constitution or a strength?
I wish I could.
Monkey. 11 beats your bane, right? 11? Right?
No! So that means
so
that the
then up to
dragon...
3 creatures. Up to 3 creatures. So do you want to like tackle your 2 friends too?
Nah, just the one. Just the dragon. And for those listening, in case, because I, would want to know, whenever the target fails the saving throw, and it makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and substitute that from the number, whether it's the attack roll or the saving throw.
So basically, she's forcing me to roll a
Oh,
d4 and play minuses rather than pluses.
Yeah.
You've
And then I want to move 30 feet so that I'm at its side, because right now I'm kind of at its butt, I think.
okay.
If that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
30 feet over there. And then I'm
Yeah.
going to whop them with my thing.
Roll that attack.
Okay, so that's going to be... Ha, cha-cha-cha. Ooh, not great. A 6.
Does not hit.
No, that's just the damage. It
You
gets
need to roll
hit.
the attack.
Oh, just kidding. So let me do that real fast. Whoop.
Wow, that sounded like a very solid die. Is it metal?
Yeah, it's metal. So 12 plus
How would you
10,
tell
so
someone is
22.
And dice goblin.
That exactly hits.
Woo!
You now know Dragon's AC.
So now we know what it is. Okay, so now you can take that 6 if you want. I won't re-roll that.
Okay, appreciate the love.
I feel like it's only fair.
Take care of my little creature that you just abused.
Your little creature.
It's
You're-
just
you're-
a little ancient dragon. It's so cute.
What is the official size term? I think it's humongous or something. I don't.
I think it's, that's pretty good.
Humongous.
Ginormadatus. Bigger than all the things.
Ginormuge.
Is that the end of your turn?
It is.
Then the dragon, the ancient, wise, and powerful red dragon, is going to use its legendary action to do the wing attack once again. Now that it is free to that trap, it can actually gain that leverage to fly, my pretties, fly. But I need Trixie and Asher to both roll dexterity saving throws as these powerful gusts pick up. I'm going to take wherever it's.
Oh man!
Did you fail a
don't you?
dex saving throw?
No. I'm just. I don't want to waste. I have advantage. I should have just left it. I didn't need it, but I
21.
wanted to see. And I rolled an 18, and then I rolled a 19. So 20. Nope, 30. 30.
30. So you are successful. What did you get, Asher?
21.
21. You are not successful in this instance. And you take 17 points of bludgeoning wind beating damage and are knocked prone within your little cave of wonders.
It's really steamy.
The wind. So
It's so hot in this steam room. I'm gonna lay down
Asher.
and relax.
your steam bath, also known as a sauna,
I was
suddenly
gonna say, who
becomes
turned
a
the sauna?
little bit more windy than you expected, and you slip and fall in the moist environment,
Okay.
smacking yourself and taking 17 points of bludgeoning damage, but it is your turn. You can use half your movement to get up.
I would like to use half my movement to get up,
Oh, that makes sense. You should probably do that.
and the other half to step out of this death trap. So I will step outside of the room.
You all watch as Asher comes out of the sauna that he's in,
Dripping,
steam billowing
sweaty.
forth, sweat, wet mess. For some reason, there's like a slimy mold patch at the back of his head and down his back where he slipped and fell into it. But yeah,
Yummy.
And then I will
the back of
say,
Trixie's mind is a moment where she goes, "Not me this time."
Yes! Finally not covered in goo!
is everybody within 60 feet of me? Is that safe to say
Yes.
or no? Okay. I will say
Everybody.
these words of healing will bring life back into us. I think we need it. And I will cast Mass Cure Wounds at, let's say 5th level for now. Wait, no.
The dragon says thank you in Draconic.
6th level. Let's do that.
Is it only creatures you choose, or is it all creatures within a radius?
No,
it's only creatures you choose. That would be the best healing.
Everybody
spell
gets
ever.
20 health back.
Thank you.
My dice make noise. Weird. My digital dice, like the new set that I have, some kind of
Yeah.
fire dice. It makes like a sound effect. It freaked me out. All right. And then I will take the busted remains of the trap. Does it still have full health even though it was broken out?
Yeah.
I don't know like what
Yeah,
the...
it's not busted. It just the dragon itself broke free.
Okay. Then I will take it and just use it as a bludgeoning weapon to... Actually, can I try to re-grapple the dragon with it?
Why not? This will be a contested strength check. What part of the dragon are you trying to grapple? Oh, by the way, the dragon, when it did that swing thing, is currently 20 feet in the air.
Okay. So I will use the movement of my thing, 30 feet flying. So, yeah, I can get up there and then try to grapple it on the tail again.
Okay, go ahead and roll that strength check.
That is not going to win. That is 10.
Oh, it's definitely not going to win because I rolled a natural 20 plus 10. So, woo!
Hooray! Yay, dragon!
Is it plus 10 or is it plus something else? What is the... Are there any other cool things that I get to do? Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. I don't need to look at the details. I don't have to get excited and nerd out over weird stats. All right, so that's your traps. You had your... Anything else you're doing?
I think I'm out.
Awesome. At the end of your turn, it has no more legendary actions right now. It has to recover those on its next turn, so it does nothing. Trixie, what are you doing?
I wave at it.
Okay. Oh, I
You
forgot to
are
add.
in the air on the back of a dragon.
Yeah, you are.
I
You're
am.
probably
I
like
am.
50 feet up because you're at the top of the dragon. The dragon's only 20 feet up. But you're up there.
It's all right. I
Long
am
way down.
still focusing on
That's slow fall. Should be fine.
my goal.
Tail whacking.
Yes. Trimming, as it were. That was
Oh,
cocked.
dear
Damn it.
dragon.
Wait. Have I been doing the math wrong? I might have been. No. 32.
That hits.
Okay. Also doing a charge on that one. Hey, meh. How do I want to take it off. Take it off. I can't. Take it off. Take it off. Stop. Okay. Well, I've used 2. Okay. Second one. Ooh, that may not hit. 23.
That hits.
I
I
think it's gonna. Right. That's right. I forgot. Remind me. I can only use 1 charge per.
Per turn, I think.
Okay.
Unless you have something different that lets you do more.
When you hit with a melee attack, spend. Wait. When you hit with a melee attack using it, you can expend up to 1 of 3 charges. Nope. It doesn't specify, I guess. It just says
If it doesn't specify, you can
when you
use
hit with a melee weapon attack.
hit with
using it.
melee weapon attack. Yeah, that's why during flurry of blows you couldn't use it before.
Okay. So I'm going to use, I guess, 2 charges this time. So that is Ooh. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I need to pull up a calculator. Hang on.
Math away. I'll just pre-roll whether or not I get my Dragon Fire back and my legendary actions back.
Okay. So it's 49 damage of whatever the shovel does, plus an additional 6 force damage. And then I would like to use a key point to do Flurry of Blows, not with but like unarmed strike. Or no, I can't use. No, I can. No, I can't.
You have not used your words to describe what you're trying to tell me that you're doing.
To use a key point to do Flurry of Blows. I can't because I didn't do an unarmed strike, right?
As long as it's a melee attack, I think you're fine.
Melee attack, then you can use your Flurry of Blows. You can.
Okay, so I'm going to do that. Give me 1 second. Okay. I want to mark up the key point before I forget. Okay.
Come on, mark up the key point.
Okay, so can I get the bill? Okay. That is a 24 for the first one.
24 damage?
No, 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. And that one, it definitely doesn't hit. That one's only a 14. I would like to use Hand of Harm. So it also gets, hang on, let me roll the damage first. D8 plus 5. So that's 7 points of bludgeoning damage plus 1 point necrotic.
Okay. This has been a lot of bashing of the tail.
So yes.
Demolish. The dragon is such a large creature that it's hard to tell when it's really being picked at and abused, but you do see that there's a lot of little miscellaneous damage throughout the body of the dragon and some serious it's kind of like when you see a sea creature that's gotten wrapped up in fishing line and there's that bulging that happens where the line has been wrapped, and for some reason the small squirrel is standing at this point of that bulging that's happening as scales are destroyed and draconic flesh is revealed and rivulets of draconic blood and fire drip. Anything else?
No, that's it.
It is the top of the order and back to our draconic friend and their true need to rescue the world from these pesky little creants called the denizens of the world. And
the rightful inhabitants of this plane.
Unfortunately, they did not recover their legendary reaction.
Ha ha ha, you bitch.
They did, however, recover their fire breath, and they have yet to realize that you all are immune to fire. So, of course, they are going to breathe fire.
At
everything. It is.
I'm going to pretend like it really hurt.
You, Trixie.
Oh!
Not me.
Straight down.
Ooh.
It breathes fire.
So this would be considered an attack, right?
It is. Let me double check what it's actually.
Or is it a? Legendary action is still called an attack, or no?
Legendary action allows it to do legendary actions, some of which are attacks.
So actually, Trixie and Tanzanite don't know that they're immune to fire right now. I don't think.
No, they don't.
So just so you're aware, for our role-playing purposes, that
I know.
Whispered that under my breath in the other room. So
I know. So is this an attack work or no?
It is not. It is just their fire breath.
Okay.
What are you trying to do? Is there something that?
Oh, it's just that I get anytime they attack anything besides me, I get a reaction.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is just that cone effect.
Okay.
And for the ridiculousness of it, could Jess and Jason just roll a dexterity saving throw? Not that you're going to catch on fire, but just
for role-playing purposes.
That is a natural 20 plus 10.
Wow! Ah!
I have you guys full screen. Hang on. Where is it?
What? Hey.
17.
17. Asher, you flip around and make it look good, dodging the fire, but you know you still would have caught a little bit of fire, and there's a little bit of flame around you, but it doesn't hurt. And you know that you would have successfully dodged out of this fire and only have taken half. Tanzanite, flame consumes you, and yet you are unaffected.
Roll a performance check.
I definitely that especially based on this creature, I definitely need you to roll deception
Done.
because that was bull.
I gotta
That
get
was
a proper die.
malarkey.
I'm
Roll
gonna
for my luck.
do.
My lucky check.
I'm gonna roll this bad boy, and I'm doing deception. Great. I get to add nothing.
I get
18.
we have to do rollies.
Hey!
You go first.
See, it's not just me.
So
No, it's
bad.
definitely both of you,
I'll
usually
show
against each
you
other.
what it is. Okay, there. I have
Okay,
it
I mean,
covered, and I'll be
yeah,
honest. Okay, you go first, though. Dang it.
Ooh.
13.
Oh.
Oh, so I thought you had a natural 20. I was like, oh,
No. That's why I was just like,
I don't have the narrative mind space to figure that one out right now. And you know what? If you would like, yeah. Is on that? Yeah. Okay, cool. Fire everywhere, brimstone, death, doom, a cackle, and the dragon.
Can I have a free action to taunt the dragon?
Maybe for your turn.
Sure. Why don't you roll whatever you think the charisma-based roll that would be?
That is definitely a persuasion check. A taunt is definitely a persuasion check.
Intimidation.
Ah, I
it's
think
more
persuasion
intimidation.
because you may not be
I
intimidated.
mean, I'm not
but
trying
if
to
you can
taunt
get...
it like a tank. I'm just trying to taunt it and generally like making fun of it.
Oh, okay. Well then,
Like,
It's intimidation. Because if you're trying to use your presence in a way that's meant to antagonize it, that's going to go
Yes.
with it.
so I will say, I'm gonna yell out, "You blow fire like a silver dragon!"
Oh. Oh.
And that is 26 for
I
intimidation.
definitely have not lost my roll because that was a natural 20.
Jesus.
Well,
So I'm just going to rule this dragon. Is totally fine with that. But what actually happens is, as it's 20 feet in the air, it takes off with your friend,
Whee!
and it moves 80 feet to the south.
80 feet to
That's
the
fine. That's
south.
cool.
Towards your airship. And with that, it is Tanzanite's turn.
Okay.
You were about 30 feet up from it, so that would give you a total distance of
80 feet.
80 plus 30.
Oh, then 120, 110?
10. Math.
Okay. I'm going
I
to.
know she has spells that can reach that distance. I'm just not sure what she wants to do.
Does she have any that won't nuke Trixie in the process? That's the
No, they're all going to nuke.
last time you melted a dragon, you almost nuked Trixie, I think. So
What?
and me.
How big is this dragon? Like feet wise?
Hundreds.
Many feet. Here, let's just take them. Let's pause from our previous engagement and look at the picture. Let me disappear some things really quickly. But
Here's some things. 1 second.
let's look here. So If you look for the teeny tiny dot, that's Asher.
Right in the
That
middle.
teeny tiny dot at the front of the dragon's mouth on top of a little piece of fire. If you look at the dragon's topmost wing in this picture and you see a teeny tiny little dot, that's Tanzanite, or Trixie. Tanzanite. That's Tanzanite.
Okay.
So that's
So
how many
then-
feet across this dragon is.
So so Trixie being at the back would be well away from 20 feet from like its head neck area.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of space between those two spaces.
So- Assuming we're going by the 5-foot rule on these squares, yeah,
Yeah.
it would be like
Okay.
75 feet from the nose
So
to like
then
where the tail
I'm-
turns right there.
Great. I am going to. I don't know if this is going to work. I've never done this, but
That's
Let me
okay.
make
You can't
sure.
tell until you murder yourself. I mean, you can't tell until you try.
It's all fun and games, so somebody explodes someone else. Let's do it.
okay. So at
Explode your
It's fun and
friend.
games
fifth
with more fire
level-
damage.
So at 5th level, I am going to cast, because it's a 30 feet range. I might be able to beat this, so it wouldn't even matter. But whatever. Insect plague on his stupid face. So that's going to be the central location of this plague.
Okay.
And it is a con save of 18.
8 or less. It needs to roll an 8 or less.
You rolled a 12, so that's a total of 21. Awesome. So it made the con save, but there are
So-
insects.
Yeah,
What?
so basically every turn it'll have to do that. And I don't think anything happens on a.
Fail.
Give us the mosquito sound, Larissa. This is what the dragon's dealing with.
Oh, So I just have to
Oh,
let you know.
he gets half as much.
Okay.
Still
Just
takes
have to
out?
let you know, our great cleric, that because this is also a concentration spell, as was Bane, Bane is no longer in effect.
Yeah, I do know that, but he's on the flight, so I had to change up my idea.
Okay. So yes, what is your swarm made up of?
The little black mosquitoes that are
Ugh.
able to get in between its scales and like.
Oh, literally
So
worst.
Trixie,
Worst
the
ever.
worst form of super flying fleas, aka those horrible mosquitoes, are at the other end of your current fighting platform, buzzing around, filling
So
a 20-foot
then-
sphere.
That's
Ugh.
and then half
You can barely
damage
make
would
out.
be da,
Yeah.
da, da, da.
Dun, 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 dun.
17 points of damage.
Owie, why would you hurt me so?
And then yeah, basically every turn they'll have to make a constitution save because its centered point is his face.
And I do like the idea of it being a moving object as the centered point, even though a lot of DMs will rule things like it has to be the location in space. I like that it's going to follow this poor dragon around because that's funny.
Great. I was
Absolutely.
worried. I was like, I'm not sure if this will work, but I'm gonna try.
It can be kind of broken, but like, because like it's supposed to be like kind of like a way to block things off. But I just think it's funny that this is like legitimately the draconic version of having horseflies
Yeah.
is going on right now. So I just think it's awesome and hilarious. All right. That's your turn. All done?
Oh, and then I can only move my thing. How far can I move
30
my bad
feet?
boy? Is it 30 feet? So, bonus action. And I can move it. If you... There's a bonus here you can... Oh, okay, so I can only move it 20 feet. So I'm going to move it 20 feet in its direction.
All right. So the large mallet of death and shadow slowly moves a little further south. Cool. Asher.
Nightmare Shepherd. What happened to that guy?
Oh. Sorry. I'm also going to move 30 feet in that direction.
I
Forgot
hope
my
Shep wasn't
movement.
still taking a nap inside because it's wet in there.
He told you that to cast the dreams, he would be drained.
Okay,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
He's probably just like sitting in the tree line, like hanging out, like, oh god, these guys. are
And
doing
he
a
can't
bad job.
rest until the moon comes back.
Yeah. Kind of got to give him a nap before he can do anything. But he is not visibly around anywhere.
Okay. Is it me now?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, high up in the sky, Trixie fights this massive foe. Maybe she needs help. And I'm going to dimension door. Trixie's fighting the butthole. And the bugs have the head, so I'm going to dimension door in between the wings on the back. Like out of whatever, how far back I need to be to not be in the bug field.
Yeah, so you'll be slightly behind the wings a bit. So the wings are pretty close to that area. But yeah, you'd be close-ish enough. You bloop, bloop, and you pop out like a bunt cake.
A butt cake?
A bun.
Time zones. Just the time zones are messing with me.
Oh, it's
This
a
isn't-
cake!
The cock! You found the cock. Asher, what do you do with the cock?
Nothing because that was my action, but my trap will try to grab the tail again.
How far can your trap move?
30 feet? Oh, no, never mind. It will not.
Your
It
trap
will,
can start moving that direction.
my trap will fall into obscurity on the ground because I'm letting it go. And then I'm
Oh.
going to say a very inspiring thing. I will say, Trixie, Pirate Queen, Sailor of the Seven Skies, kick this dragon's ass.
I rage harder.
Well, now you do so, but with inspiration as well.
What is your inspiration die up to?
It's 12. Yeah, 12.
Oh god. Okay.
Swarm is real.
Seven Skies.
Ridiculousness is real.
Mhm.
Tanzanite is left behind by her friends who have abandoned her to play with her new friend Dragon. Is it Trixie's turn now?
Yeah.
Trixie.
Okay. Same thing. Rinse, repeat.
Smackety smackety.
Yep. The base of the tail.
Definitely still.
That is a. Ooh, I don't think that hits. That's a 22.
22 to hit. Hits.
Oh, just hits. That's right. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a natural 20.
Hit.
Okay. So I was going to use a charge on each of them if they hit. So I am down 5 charges now. Okay. Wait, hold on. No, that's not right. Sorry. Math again. Okay. No, definitely not multiply. Definite no. Sorry. Plus. Okay. Ooh, nice. So that is 8 more. And 2 more. And okay. So that's 46 bludgeoning damage. Yes, 46 bludgeoning damage plus 10 force damage. And I'm going to use another key point to do flurry of blows again. Let me mark that off.
Oh. Owie.
Well,
Why did you get on me?
oh wait. So how do I? Hold on. Sorry.
How do you roll
Plus
dice
2.
and murder a dragon? So
Oh,
many-
never mind. Never mind. Okay. That is another natural 20. And then a
I was
16.
preparing my reaction for the dragon after all this happens, but
Okay, so it's the natural 20 on the first of the 2 unarmed strikes. So, oh wait, so what do I do for the damage? Do I just roll another d8?
it's
the
whatever
natural 20,
dice
right?
you'd be rolling for the natural 20. You either double those dice or you double those dice, whichever way you like to double them.
Okay, sorry, I forgot to roll that extra one.
Okay.
That's 1 more bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And I don't know if you would double the force damage or not on that from the charge.
Is that a dice that you would roll?
Yes.
I think you roll it.
Roll
I like
again?
the rolling
Okay.
of dice.
Okay. So then instead of 10 force damage, it is 11 force damage. If it makes you feel any better, both of my extra rolls were just 1 point. Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
for the unarmed strike, yeah, womp 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 womp. Would be so it's I guess it's
I'm just so excited about what I'm
2d8.
going to do after all this that you just don't even know.
Damn it.
The revenge
Okay.
will be harsh.
It's 13 plus, and that's also a hand of harm. Okay, so my next unarmed strike, the only one that hits is 13 more bludgeoning damage plus 6 necrotic.
Okay. No problem. This dragon is looking worse for wear.
Okay, that's my turn.
I mean, it is a dragon, so loads of hit points still, but it's not feeling great. And not feeling great, totally got this swarm of insects on one end of it. It does what any self-respecting creature would do in this situation, and it's going to do the horse flop, and it's going to try to land on its back, flying forward at full speed towards your airship, and then it's flinging itself back first, where the 2 of you are standing, and most of the swarm of insects are. So, if you have a reaction that you can use to rescue yourself, please let me know what you think you would like to do. Otherwise, I will let you know what may be happening to you.
I mean, I'm assuming I could use a reaction to use like a dex save, I feel like, or to jump, I guess.
You could jump, which would be a reaction.
Okay.
So if you're jumping, do you have you have the monk slow
I have
fall.
slow fall.
So easily enough done without
Basically,
being
like as soon as it gets close to the ground, that's when I'm going to jump. I'm going to time it.
Ooh, so you're
I
going to
could-
time it as close as possible. So let's roll
I'll
an
roll.
intelligence check
An intelligence check, I guess.
to see if you're
That's-
able to gauge.
That
the
feels like an
numbness
acrobatics
check.
check, but okay.
Oh no, this isn't about the actual jump. This is about timing it.
Then that still feels like wisdom versus intelligence, but okay. I think the intelligence check
Wisdom
is
is like a history of knowledge of what happens when a dragon tries to fling you from its back.
intelligence.
This is
Intelligence
okay.
is math.
Is it a save or just a check?
just a check. It's not even a high.
13.
Yeah, you're fine. You jump off at the right moment. At a 13, you time the jump not to the perfect moment, so you land like 60 feet away from where the dragon ends up landing.
Yeah.
But you do have the timing to be like not smushed, and you also have the timing to not be like
Not take full
100 feet
damage.
away or something like that.
Yeah.
But you jump, you catch yourself in your super monk magical happiness bubble of slow falling.
You want me to roll an acrobatics just for the landing?
That's up to you. You roll your own acrobatics and decide if you're Black Widow or Thor.
Okay, well, I was going to say if it was a 15 or if it was above a 15, then it was going to be fine. And I rolled a 14, then I have a plus 11. So
Okay. Asher, what are you doing as you can see that this dragon is going to...
So it's like rolling in the air.
It's rolling in the air towards a self-smacking up against the airship. Very
I would like
transparent.
to run like with the roll, trying to still be on top of the dragon when it hits, but also maybe like backwards, so that I'm like less near where it crashes into the airship.
So you're like trying to. What is your movement?
It's 300 feet, obviously.
I'm like trying to like, can you even
30 feet?
as a reaction?
Is that different?
Well, it's a split second thing of you having an opportunity to react to this whole situation. So
Then I would like to jump and hang onto the wing, like, and hope that it doesn't crush me, like versus the whole body. I guess. Maybe I'm gonna die.
now this is an acrobatics check. Choose the right wing.
I have a
choose
weirdly
the-
good acrobatics bonus. I'm not sure why. I guess my dex is high.
Not get smashed between its body because it's going to take some damage, and anything in between is going to take some damage.
Oh shit! Lucky point. Lucky point. That was a natural one. That would have been very bad.
Oh, that would have been.
That would have been me dying.
You would take the same damage it's going to take plus some.
Okay, 25.
Yeah, so like I
better.
feel like you jump
Much
the
better.
swarm of insects as this kind of barrel roll is, or not even barrel roll, it's a head over tail roll is happening, passes by, and there's a moment where like insects hit your mouth and you have like grossness, but then you grab the trailing edge of the wing and just in time kind of flip and are catching yourself there. Go ahead and roll a strength check to see if you're going to make it. You are going to make it out of being smushed pancake, but are you going to make it still attached to the wing?
As 15 minus 1 is 14.
Your grip slips and you're falling through space for a moment as the dragon crashes into the airship and the surrounding ground. Splinters go flying and you can't tell if they're from trees or airship, but something has happened that is not so healthy for the future of that. And the dragon is going to take 10d10 smoking damage. That's not possible. D&D Beyond is having a hiccup.
What did it say?
I have 10 ones on the trip.
All right.
Here, do you want me to roll 10d10 and see what it's d10 you said?
I mean, they rolled
Yeah,
it.
roll
We got 10
10
ones.
10s. This has got to be some sort of like error or something. That just doesn't make sense.
I mean, that's not what I got. I got 57. You want to use mine?
I'm just going to re-roll because
I got 49. So yeah.
I feel like that was just so rude and wrong.
I mean, honestly, if that's what it is. That's what it is. I don't want to. We will beat this
I
guy
should
down.
have kept the stupid first roll. I rolled, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go back. Ugh. I rolled a whole bunch of 10s on that one, so it's an up and down slide on this game. 83 points of damage
We take the half point between the ones and the.
to my dragon. Probably should have kept those ones. That was ridiculous. The dragon is laid out there for a bit, bleeding from several different places. A horrible wreck of a beast, but you hear an ancient chuckle. Little pests. And flame trickles out of each of those orifices. It lays there, smoke curling from every inch of its body. Tanzanite, what you gonna do?
So that was the dragon's move, right?
Yes, the dragon was trying to get rid of the pests.
Okay, so
Constitution saving
it
throw.
does supposed to do the constitution thing at the beginning of its turn.
Yeah, it got a 20 on that, so I didn't even say
Okay.
anything about it. You can roll the damage for it, though. I forgot.
He still gets half.
Yes.
It. they?
The
The dragon.
Yeah, none of you have looked under the undercarriage. None of you have asked it its pronouns. I mean, you don't even know its name. You're all so rude. You just go up and attack strangers. Wow.
No.
We did not initiate this combat. I'm just
We
I don't know what
didn't
you're
start
talking
the
about.
fire here.
We didn't start the fire.
Fire. 29.
Thank you.
Technically, it has always been burning. Awesome. Tanzanite, what are you doing?
Now my actual turn. Okay, so I'm going to just run my little feet. What? 30 feet? And where does that put me distance-wise now?
Well, it flew to the airship to smack itself there. So that was 120 feet from where you all started. Your 30 feet brought you probably, I would say you're probably like 90 feet away from it, to be generous.
90 feet. Okay, great. So I
It didn't have enough movement left to get itself up from being prone, so that's why. Yes, my dragon currently has the prone condition.
At 5th level, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Yes.
So,
Buffy approved.
okay. 16.
16 total?
Yeah. It doesn't hit,
include-
right?
You included your spellcasting modifier and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't hit.
Well, yes.
Boo.
And then I'm gonna just move my thing, my hammer another 20 feet
The crowd is moving
behind
closer.
us, but it's coming. And that's my turn.
Awesome. Asher, it is your turn.
I will reach into my pocket and I will pull out
It's in your
a.
pocket. What's
In
in its
my.
pocket?
What has it got in its pocket? I completely am blanking on what the actual. Oh,
What's in
cocoon.
your pocket?
I'll pull out a caterpillar cocoon and I will say an ancient ruler, but it wished for longer arms. Tyrannosaurus. And I'm going to polymorph myself into a T-Rex.
T-Rex!
Okay, you are a T-Rex. Okay, so I guess everybody kind of sees Asher gone, and in Asher's place is this large, actually huge. You're huge. You're a huge beast.
Yar.
And I guess you still have your movement and your bonus actions, so
I
Nope.
do. I don't know what to do with it. I don't.
You have
The
50
T-Rex
feet
doesn't
of
have a
movement.
bonus action, so I think I'm screwed. But I can move like right up to the dragon, so I am prepared to.
and you do present a
No, I'm
tempting
next time.
target for a prone ancient red dragon.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Trixie, what are you going to do?
You said I'm 60 feet away, right?
Yeah,
Am I 60 feet away from the end of the tail or 60 feet away from the body?
from the nose. It did a flip.
Oh, right. Okay. Then and Swarm is still active?
Swarm is still active
Okay.
because nobody's hurt Tanzanite enough to knock off her concentration.
I am going to use my movement, and I'm going to use another key point, Step of the Wind. Oh, wait, I didn't have to do. No, I
Oh.
did. Yes, I did last time. Okay, so let me.
You get to do your little warpity. You
No,
said
I'm not
earlier-
trying to. I'm not trying to blink. I'm just using my regular Step of the Wind.
Why not?
Right?
You might need a blink to get through the swarm. You have to run through the swarm to get to the dragons.
I would
You're gonna
argue.
run around. You're gonna run.
I would
around?
argue I'm gonna run.
Oh, if you're gonna run around, that's gonna be a lot more movement than running straight.
Right.
So just be aware.
I understand.
I'm not
Hopefully
trying
Trixie
to
has
convince you to bleed.
950 feet of movement. So
No,
it's
but
fine.
but with my step of the wind, I have 130 feet. So if I'm only 60 feet away, and say I have to go around, and say I'm right at the middle, and I have to go around, that would be 30 feet. No.
Adding another
Yes,
30
it'd
on
be
each
30
side.
feet.
But 30 on
Whatever.
each side. So
Yeah.
So it'd be 60 total plus the
Okay.
60 plus however much to get to the back end of the beast, which was I think 75 feet away. So you,
I'm not
Close
going
to
back
your
to the
same
tail.
well,
I'm
if
not
you're
going back to the
tail.
tail. I'm just gonna get around the swarm, and now I'm going for wherever. You said it was just behind the wings, right? Where that basically stops.
Yeah, kind of stop right just behind.
All right. I'm literally running around, and then I'm gonna start hacking at it. Whatever part is in contact with the ground, right next to where the swarm is, essentially. And
Okay.
yeah.
That's fine. You're the first person. Yeah, that's fine.
23.
That hits.
A natural 20.
That does not hit.
That is. That is.
Remember when an unnatural 20 was still good?
That is 26 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay,
and that's my turn.
that's your turn.
Yes. Hi.
At the end of your turn, having been hit and realizing that it still didn't kill and destroy its nemesis, it is going to use its legendary actions that had rebuffed it its turn, and it is going to go for the biggest creature it sees, which is clearly a T-Rex. So it will bite at you. T-Rex stat block up. Asher, do you have that up?
Yep.
Does a 23 hit?
Yes. It actually has very shitty AC.
Yeah, I remember they have a lot of hit points, but it's a good,
Yeah.
way to like.
It's like
burn
a good
some
soak.
up.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna take. Let me roll the other ones while I'm doing this.
I would like to use my reaction, please.
Okay. What reaction are you using? Do you want to use it on the natural 20 I just rolled, or
Doesn't matter, Sentinel. You're attacking something. I'm within 5 feet of you, and you're attacking something else.
you're not within 5 feet of him? You ran around.
No, I'm within 5 feet of you. Anytime when a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you.
Ah, that sucks. I don't like that. So you just made me roll this with disadvantage.
Huh?
So
No.
so that makes me roll with a disadvantage. What does it make me do?
No, she just
No,
gets the
nothing.
attack.
That's
Oh, you just
the
get the attack.
Sentinel. Yeah. You use your reaction to make a melee weapon.
I am
Uh,
confused with a ton of different things right now because stat blocks everywhere. Great. So you go ahead and do your thing while I roll my other two rolls, and then.
Roll that
all
if
of
you
these hit.
un-T-Rex me right away.
You know what, Asher? All these are going to hit unless I roll a natural one. So, yeah, you're going to take a lot of damage in your T-Rex form.
That's all right.
So you are taking 21, 17, 17. So, nope, that's already
Is it more than 136? Because that's what a T-Rex
No.
Okay.
It's not, but it's enough that I had to do stupid math for a second because I was having one of those moments. 55 points of damage. Trixie, what am I taking from you?
It was I rolled a 12 plus 18 is 16 is 38. No, 28. No, 38. No, 33. What? Hold on. 16 plus 12. 28.
28.
Yes.
28.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so 28, and then I rolled a 7 plus 18, 25 bludgeoning damage plus 4 force damage.
Okay. Awesome.
And I'm
Chipping
at
away.
6.
Blood everywhere. This is going to be interesting. The ancient dragon's got its turn now. See if it recovers anything useful. Ooh, recovered that. Oh, it recovered both. How exciting. Not that you all do anything with the fire, but it is going... I don't know. What is it going to do? It's gonna try to burn and run. So it uses its breath attack, which you two are immune to due to a wish spell by some crazy bard.
What?
But an airship is not immune to.
Boo.
And it is starting to take off. The ship is starting to catch fire as the flames just fan out. The area around is already getting that heated thing happening to it. And the flames are licking up in all directions, but the airship is on fire. And the dragon is going to try to fly away. Now, Asher, I believe you get an opportunity attack.
Sorry, dog stuff. Okay, I will go pew pew with my gun. I don't know why I said it like that.
It has to be a melee weapon attack.
Oh, boo. I will dancing rapier it in the...
You're a T-Rex.
Oh, wait, no, I'm a T-Rex. I forgot about that. Sorry. Sorry, I got distracted by her running in here and asking me an emergency question and completely forgot it was a T-Rex. Give me a second.
Yes.
So
you have a multi-attack.
Yes, I'm going to do
your attack. I feel like that is a great reaction. You have your bite.
Can I do a
Your
multi-attack
tail.
as a reaction? It doesn't say I can't, I guess.
It as a thing. It's just I'm good with it. It seems fun.
Okay.
Oh, no. Each of these are individual weapon attacks, and a reaction is just
Yeah.
one weapon attack. So just do one melee weapon attack.
I will do a
Choose the
bite.
biter.
Yeah.
Bite.
So let's see, that is... Lucky point. That's another natural one. I'm going to run out of lucky points if I keep rolling natural one. That's not a good dinosaur dice. Let's try this one. Much better. 27.
27. That definitely hits.
Let's see.
Do you know how many d12s you're supposed to be rolling for this?
1, 2, 3, 4. Roll.
My baby, roll around.
That is, let's see, 17 plus 7 is 24 piercing damage.
24 terrible T-Rex teeth marks.
If it was
Trixie,
medium or smaller, it would be grappled. I'm assuming I can't try to.
it's definitely not medium or small.
Yeah, no. I don't know if I had an option to attempt to grapple it if it's larger.
Nah. The whole idea behind that is that you have it in your mouth.
Yeah.
Your mouth is big enough to just by virtue of hitting the attack, it is now grappled because it's in your mouth. Trixie, you were also close enough to have the reaction, except you used your reaction, correct? So the dragon takes off and is going to use its movement and its action and its bonus action to try to run away. So it is flying 80 times 3. Nice, big, fat number. I'm having a moment of silliness. I almost forgot what that was. Yes. 240 feet of distance. It is headed south, bleeding fire and smoke. It has had a really bad day. It is now Tanzanite's turn. Tanzanite, it actually flew up your direction, so it is overflown you and it's kept moving, so it's probably around, let's say that it's around 160, 170 feet from you.
160 feet. Okay. So there's no way to do.
You can move closer to it. You can use some of your long range stuff, maybe, if you.
Yeah. I'm going to. Am I back?
You're here.
Can you hear me?
You've never left.
Hello?
I think she can now hear us.
Oh,
We can hear
see?
you.
You can hear
Okay.
me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. So I'm going to move my 30 feet, because that's all I have. And I'm going to. Oh. What if. Shit, what was it? I just. Is it you? No, you're not far enough. Okay, so that's not what I wanted either. Go away. Okay, so I'm going to at 5th level. Okay, wait. Yeah, I guess that's all I can do. Yeah, I guess that. 5th level, I'm gonna shoot another guiding bolt at it.
Okay, roll the attack.
Natural 20!
Yes! It's just like, fuck.
Roll the damage.
Okay. And then I double it, so. Math. 64 points.
Yes! Nice hit.
Describe to me the end of the red dragon.
Yeah! And a girl!
As it
You just
flies
see a
away
really-
from you all.
I think you officially earned the title Tanzanite the Dragon Slayer because Jesus, that's twice now. Twice
You
you've built
see
a big dragon.
Tanzanite like constantly from the behind running up, just going shit. And then I stop and point a finger. That's it.
That's it.
Because I
You
don't
just
think
point-
it's
you
gonna work. Just run, point a finger, scream, and then this black. I think it's just like a black beam.
Okay, so
A
yeah,
flash of light streaks towards. So black. A
this
blackness.
Blacklight.
black bolt of shadow lightning, if that was ever a thing. I mean, the only thing that moves faster than light is shadow, because light never catches it. But zipping off into the distance, it smacks into the dragon. And it seems like almost an afterthought. Because while it's in the air, the shadows creep all throughout its body, begins to fall, and it crashes to the earth, to the forest, impaled on the very trees that it was falling towards, held aloft a bit, even as it doesn't quite go further down, and there is this enormous, gigantic, super oversized red dragon off in the distance from you all. And a burning airship. So, what you all up to? The airship is not burning, but it's burning. The forest restores itself to you with some cute little chirrups and stuff like that.
I'm sure there's a couple of crickets that are nearby.
Yeah.
Like, what was that?
Can
We thought it was the apocalypse.
can I run to the ship and open my decanter of water and try to like
Thought about your freaking
I'm-
decanter.
I would actually like to drop my T-Rex form and tidal wave the ship to put out the
Beautiful.
fire.
just as I'm standing, just
Oh shit!
Maybe. Like, that's not like it. And then I'm going to tidal wave it.
The fires are out pretty quickly. Everybody gets a little wet.
I'm gonna run over to Tanzanite and just like give her a big wet squishy hug because I also and even though I'm not covered in goo, I am damp again. And everybody loves the smell of wet fur, so I run over to Tanzanite and I give her a great big squishy hug and I go, "I knew you could do it."
The airship is a little bit
cut off
damaged.
its tail, basically.
Wait, what? Sorry.
I'm saying you're the one who almost cut off its tail.
I don't know. I didn't really feel like I was making progress, so I had to switch tactics. But that was
That's
awesome.
pretty crazy.
And I turned to Ash and I go, "And you're awesome." I'm assuming the whole fire thing, at some point, it clicked.
Oh yeah, it didn't hurt.
I tried something new. Seems to have worked out.
I'm gonna say it wasn't me. I can't do that shit.
It wasn't me.
I made a wish. It worked.
Ooh.
So, can we go home now? Like, can they just leave us alone now?
I
I don't even know.
feel like we should try to find the dragon's hoard first, because there's probably a lot of stuff in there. Also, there's something in that
How on
building.
Earth would we find it?
Well,
What's in the
technically,
Firelands?
I know the way. I unintentionally came from that direction.
Oh, that's true.
Does the airship still work? It's a little rough.
Are you checking it out, Asher?
Sure. I'll go over and see if it's still intact.
Investigate.
Go ahead and roll that investigation. See how damaged or not it is.
22.
You poke around. It's not permanent damage, but there is definitely damage here.
Well, as they talk, Asher goes into his was it my rotation of prestidigitation and mending for curing the burn damage. Beep, 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 beep.
This is actually a perfect use of mending at a super at a super high level where mending is actually useful is dealing with fire scars. There are a few points where like some more serious carpentry will be needed. You can tell a couple points where like the fire has burnt enough material that some things may need to be replaced, but otherwise mending is a perfect way to
cycle of mending, prestidigitation, and fabricate. Fabricate is not a cantrip, so that's more limited.
They look pissed.
I'm not mad. I'm just like having a moment of just like
It's called regret, Rick.
when you carbonate a material and then you use fabricate to uncarbonate it back into its prior form. It just seems a little wrong.
Or what if I use the carbon to make it diamond so it's unbreakable? I don't know if that's possible.
I think it's going to reduce the stealth abilities of the ship for sure.
How
It's
many
like internal
capacity of this do you have
Uh,
right now?
let's see. I could do.
Hey, get your nose out of there.
1, 2.
I put the dog bag on the floor. It's a duffel bag.
If I really needed to,
Meow.
I could do 8 casts of fabricate.
Okay,
Up
you
to
don't
8th
need that
level.
many. You would need 4 to utilizing the carbonated wood around you as well of the forest that got burned to transform the gilding, the places that truly got burnt first of the airship to a diamond-like sheen where railings are now diamond.
Fancy. I like it. Let's do it.
Other components of the gilding of the airship are now diamond. And so, yeah, you go about repairing the ship and doing that few hours of work. But
What else?
you now have an airship that sparkles in the sun. It's not fully diamond, mind you. It's just sparkled. It's bejeweled. Oh my god!
Diamond
You
accents.
bedazzled the airship.
We are so millennials.
The name of our airship is the Bedazzle.
God.
Bedazzler. No, it needs to be the Bedazzler.
I'm
Y'all
gonna paint that on the
consider
side when I'm done.
Oh,
Bedazzler.
God. What has happened here?
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna go over to Tanzanite and be like, do you have enough reserves to maybe someone should tell Bonnie, because I think she may want to come help.
Oh, I think I can do that without a spell. I'm gonna walk up to a tree and do like a little curtsy and go, "Excuse me, tree. Can you tell Bonnie that we destroyed the red dragon?" And wait, because I feel like they can tell her.
If it's that type of tree.
Roll a nature check.
Please be a 1. Oh
No?
no.
Natural 20!
So there are moments where natural 20s are just sad. Because even as you finish your sentence to the tree, you realize you all worked really hard to convince the forest creatures of this area to go away so they wouldn't be damaged. And as you talk to the tree, you realize that any tree left behind is not a sentient tree nor a tree occupied. But you realize this as you're doing it and you decide that you're gotta cover now. So what do you do? Because
Now it's a
You just
deception.
talking to a tree in front of your friends and all.
I slowly put my hand on the tree and start murmuring as I cast a sending spell.
I would like you to roll a deception check with advantage.
Is this are we rolling perception against this?
Insight if you would like to know what's going on. If you're happy to let Tanzanite deal with the messaging and you wouldn't have paid attention, you don't have to do anything.
That is
I
a
mean, I
dirty
asked-
20.
19.
Hang on. Oh, wait, no. Never mind. Hang on. Where's my insight? Hang on. Yeah, that is also a dirty 20.
I'm gonna lean over to Trixie and be like, "What is she doing?"
Just go with it.
So as I realize that the tree won't talk to her, and I place my hand on the tree to send my sending spell to her via my sending spell, I'm going to say, the red dragon has been taken care of. We hurt, but dragon is dead. I'm tired. Okay, bye.
I would like to go loot the dragon. How far away did it crash?
Just a second. I need to reply to this message. I've got a text. Hold on. Oh, well, we were looking for you, but we lost Trixie. So I guess we'll keep looking for her. She's somewhere in the Firelands. Congratulations. Check in with the tower.
Okay, I'm gonna send 2 more. One to Bonnie while my hand's still on the tree, and go, don't worry, Trixie led the dragon to us. She is with us now. Do you want to meet anywhere?
And there
I
was
will
also-
contact the tower now. Bye!
Oh, wonderful. We'll meet you at the tower.
Hopefully we can get there. Okay. So
Don't worry, we have a glittery airship that works now.
Yeah.
I'm going to send a message to the one friend that I met, I think, in the rarest room.
Yeah.
I'm going to send it to him. And I'm going to say, hello, this is Tanzanite with the group you met the other day. We defeated the dragon. Just wanted to let you know. We hopefully are coming. Bye!
There's a little bit of pause, and then you just hear a voice. Quite a show. Quite a show. See you soon.
Asher's on the deck of the airship with his does he have a lute now or something? I can't remember. His like a little mandolin. That's they're not a mandolin. Larissa, help me
Lyre?
out. No, the little thing that you have. The
Ukulele.
yes, with his ukulele, just singing a song about collecting treasure because we're getting a reward for. But also, I want to go loot the dragon and then find its lair.
Okay. Well, dragon's not terribly far off. You could relocate the airship to be closer to that if you would like to, and use the airship as a place to
Sure.
explore the dragon. What investment of time do you put into harvesting from the dragon? And do you do anything about the space that you used as the lure?
Yeah, I want to go look down through that door where there was like something very hot, like blowing the water down there. Probably like a nuclear fuel rod, and I'm about to be irradiated. But you know,
Well, so okay, just to, so I understand. Essentially, y'all dug a pit, right? For the
Yeah,
trap.
No,
you
it was
That's the
the
lay of the
thing.
land.
the
Oh,
trap
it was a mouse trap.
mouse
That's right.
trap,
That's right. Okay.
No, I'm talking about inside the building
Right.
where we camped. Through
Right.
the door when the water ran through, like all the water dissolved into steam because there was something very hot below that room. So I didn't want to go look in there.
I think the term you're looking for is evaporated, not dissolved.
Yeah.
I actually want to go look in there with him, but I will not go loot the dragon with him. I'll try to do something. I'll go find the shepherd. I'll go find Shep, let him know what happened.
Okay. So room first, and then dragon.
Yes.
Okay. So you're both going downstairs first, then you'll deal with the dragon. Tanzania, are you joining them? Or Trixie, are you joining them? Or are you...
I will keep watch at the entrance.
Trixie
Okay.
doesn't like caves.
You go down, and the doorway seems to have gotten slightly melted by the extreme heats, but you can still see gaps where ostensibly the water had dripped down and through, but the doorway itself seems to have kind of been welded shut.
I'd like to push on it.
You can feel that there's a bit of give. Do you want to use a strength check to see if you can shove it open?
I'm gonna like Tanzanite, help me shove this open.
Tanzanite, are you helping?
I'd like to give Tanzanite advantage on her strength check by helping her.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm gonna
Tanzanite,
use
you have
all my
advantage.
strength.
You use your muscle.
Okay.
Guess who's not strong? Me. You are stronger than me, even if you are not strong.
So wait, what am I doing? Just a strength check?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying
Whoa.
to shove open a door.
Thank God for that advantage. Natural 20.
Jesus! Where?
What is going on today?
I did. I wonder if I can like.
Uh,
Oh, it moved. I swear it was.
Okay, you push, and you're kind of at an angle, you know, where the doorway is downward facing, and because the building is all cattywampus and leaned over, you shove, and then both of you get behind it. Yeah, Tanzanite.
Sorry. Are we sure it's a shove? Real fast before we do this?
Is it a push or pull? Is that
So
what
you
you're asking?
shove, and it bursts open, and you both go
Okay,
fall.
great.
Whee!
Can I try to grab?
Do you have a reaction?
I don't know.
Roll a dexterity saving throw if you're just trying to grab.
Oh, that was.
Peric is so fed up with us right now.
It's only a 7. So
Dirty
no,
20
I
on mine.
fall.
Asher, you catch yourself at the lip of the door, and you just kind of swing there for a moment. As you can see, Jess, you know those when you start running, you're running down a hill, and you lose your ability to stop your momentum because you're running too fast.
Yeah.
That's the situation you really are in. You're not necessarily truly falling so much as sliding, and ahead of you, you can see a glowing hot disk of magma.
Oh my God. Can I?
And you are falling towards it rapidly.
I'm going to
This is almost like jumping
use a spell,
head
And
first down a
you-
tunnel.
Misty step to the other side of it.
To the other side of this pool of lava?
Like no, like a boop, like to the right. If there's a right side.
Okay. Roll a quick perception check just so I can enjoy this ridiculousness.
Oh God, that's not good. But plus 10, so a whole 16.
Yeah, you quickly misty step and escape certain doom. You still have momentum though.
Yeah,
So you run.
better than. I'd rather a wall than lava or magma.
So you run to the wall, smacking pretty soundly. Asher, you hear the smacking. You think like that did some damage. Not a lot, but it did some damage.
Are you okay?
There's magma. I hit a wall.
Are you on fire?
No.
There's magma. I hit a wall.
Is there a way for me to like climb down here without doing what she just did?
Yeah, being cautious, not over strength and everything, not a nat 20 on a roll for a door that's facing downward. It's easy enough to kind of slide your way down carefully and make your way down towards her or towards the
I will go down to the edge of the magma pool.
Yeah, you see a pool of magma. It seems less like it was just a pool of magma than it was the collecting point where a lot of superheated rock and such had poured down to as Dragonfire heated it up and other things. A softer metal might actually have been resting here, and at the center of the pool, vaguely through the heat of the magma, you make out a different, darker shape. But even as you watch the lava, magma, molten material starts cooling, darkening, and starting to obfuscate what's beneath.
Crap. Hang on. Wait a minute.
Tanzanite, you had a little meeting with the wall, but now you can walk over and make your way over there if you would like to. And
Yeah, I'll
You
walk
see
over.
this-
And just... Go ahead.
and you see it, the once bright hot white molten material is slowly cooling, and you can see that it's getting darker patches here and there. The center.
I will say, what is that in there beneath the molten surface? Is it an object? And I will animate it and lift it up out of the cooling Burke hates
Of
me
course you
again.
will. Just float that sucker out there. A large sphere rises up out of the
Ooh,
mold.
a sphere.
It looks.
I take a step back.
It looks at you darkly. No,
It's actually a large eyeball sphere.
it looks. The more you look at it, the less sphere-like it looks, and the more it looks maybe ovoid.
All right. I'm like, can you get out of here? Actually, if you come over here, I can get us out of here, I think.
Oh, I mean, I'm right here, and I just like tap your back because I hid
Oh,
behind
hello.
you.
Sorry. I thought you were like still over at the wall. I was not listening.
This
I'm gonna
combat
say-
brought to you by the letter.
I'm going to say one more door today. Take us now to the outside, away from the danger. And I'm going to dimension door us back outside.
You dimension door yourself and your
And-
friend.
And my floating thing will just follow us floating up.
Slowly, the floating thing makes its way through the first room that it's in, and the first room, and then out
Yes.
into the light of day. Out here, it's even more. Oh, it's lightning here.
Ooh.
Jealous.
Yeah, it's hot here.
Yeah. There's rain and everything. That's really cool. I'm only a few hours south of you, so that's just wild. Oh, and it's raining now too. Cool. I'm really excited about that for some reason. I don't know.
You just came from like Portland.
I'm wrong.
What the
Something's wrong with me. I'm serious. But yeah, the you can see that there's a little bit of refractivity around this object.
Okay.
Trixie, Asher found a thing. I just point to it.
Is there still like heat radiating off of it?
It seems like it was very, very hot not so long ago. You definitely feel the warmth as even just going up to it.
Can I get as close as I can stand to be near it without taking damage and look at it closely? I can investigate it.
Yes, you can roll an investigation check.
Investigation.
I said it was rolling the tens now. Nah, it's only an 11.
11!
You can see there's like a little intricate pattern of sorts on it. That warmth is definitely emanating, and it's almost feels like, you know how when you get near something hot and it kind of feels like there's waves of heat coming off of it, that kind of pulsing feel of heat, almost a little bit of a glow to your eyes.
Hey, can you first let me move out of the way, and can you do another water thingy? Maybe cool it off more?
I think I might be out of water thingies for today.
I can create some water. Let's see.
I mean, I could, but I would have to use like a super high level spell slot to do it.
All right. I'm gonna
Instead of tidal wave, it's
create
tsunami.
at the first level.
Did I put a tidal wave in your ring? Because I meant to.
No.
Okay. Never mind then.
I'm gonna cast create water, and 10 gallons of clean water will rush over the item, extinguishing exposed flames if there are any.
It is quite the effect. The heat remains, but as that water hits, you see and sense some subtle signs of movement, and the glow intensifies under the water. It intensifies to a point where you almost feel a sense of anticipation and excitement.
Is this, by chance, egg-shaped?
It is ovoid.
Fuck.
I'd like to cast X-ray.
Is
Not
that,
that spell.
No, it's not.
Not prepared.
Trixie's gonna turn and be like, guys, I think it's an egg. What should we do?
We could hatch it and train it to be on our side. Or make really good omelets.
Depends if it's a fertilized egg, I guess. I don't think that works differently.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Does that mean all the things that it's been stealing from all these buildings were probably all dragon eggs? Because that's concerning.
You think its whole lair is just full of dragon eggs?
I hope not, but we should find it now for sure, because that's terrible if it is.
What? Okay. So.
We'll definitely bring it
Tanzanite.
with us to show, you know.
How are we going to carry it?
I bet the people have a really fancy box at the tower.
So
Yeah, I know we're not at the tower, so we have to get it to the tower, but
no, I have concerns about where the current occupant of this possible egg will end up if it ends up at the tower. Not that I'm worried that it would necessarily be
well, they just might have a box we could put it in.
I understand, but it's going to be very hard to explain what we want the box for without, I think, piquing their interest and or making them panic. Would it be possible to maybe talk to your dad since he's close to
Oh, yeah.
the other dragon and maybe see if they can come claim this one and any other eggs we may find? And that way it may end up on our side?
I'm not able to at the current, but I certainly can, tomorrow morning. What if could we put it in the bag of holding until?
How big is this thing, Rick?
It is easily the size of your friends Asher and Tanzanite's torsos.
Don't think it'll fit. I'm gonna take the bag. Just like, I don't think I'll get through the opening.
Oh, dang it. Why don't we ask Bonnie? Well, we still have to get it to the tower. Bonnie's going to meet us at the tower. I asked the tree. Because I knew that would work.
As you see that, say that, and you're having this conversation, you even see that some of those forest denizens that had previously been evacuated are slowly making their way back. A couple of treants are like parking themselves at the edge of the burned area.
I'll be like, I don't know. I'm gonna walk over towards the dragon, just floating the egg behind me. Still gotta loot some dragon.
Okay. Well, while he does that, let's kind of maybe come up with a more solid plan.
Well, I was going to go wake up or find, I guess he's not asleep, Shep, to see what they, to let them know what has happened.
Okay.
Maybe
I'm
they'll
gonna
even have an idea.
maybe. I'm gonna stick close to this thing just in case it decides to hatch and I have to take care of it.
I could send
In
it to
one
me,
way
but
or
not until
another.
I'd have to sleep first.
Well, like I said, in the meantime, I am just going to. I'll be on egg watch. While you do whatever it is you want to do, you two, I am going to focus entirely on this thing. And then you don't have to worry about it.
I mean, I have to stay within 30 feet of it to keep floating it around.
I understand. What I mean is you won't have to focus on it and watch it. I will watch the egg.
Okay.
And you go do your looting.
Do you want me to leave you here with the egg? I could just put it down.
I suppose, because then if you need to cast another spell, then
All right.
I refuse to sit on the egg, though. However,
I'm gonna set it. I'm gonna float it down to the ground and just let it rest on the ground, but not let go of the spell, and see if it starts to like moltenize the ground. Like,
As it rests on the ground, you can see a little bit of steam rise up, but it's not the high heat that it had before. In fact, in sitting in the ground, you see that the egg's exterior changes color slightly. Where before there was a little bit of gold bronze tinge to it, there's now a bit of sapphire and a little bit of pearlescence. The shell is changed a bit.
I wonder, does how you incubate the egg determine what kind of dragon comes out of it?
it's very Pokemon. It's very Eevee.
That was an Asher statement.
Had how to train your dragon and how to drown your dragon, how to hatch the dragon you dreamed of.
So I still can't touch it though. It's still too hot to touch.
You go up and move your hand up to it. It does not feel that warm.
Okay.
There's some warmth, but it's more like the warmth of life.
Okay. Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna push a point. Just push a little key at it. See what happens.
What are you thinking of as you push your key towards this?
Friendly dragon, friendly dragon.
It's more just like, I guess it's kind of like in like a greeting, kind of like a
Mama.
almost kind of like how a druid like communes with the earth, but it's more like, I guess, life essence seeking life essence, if that makes sense.
Perfect.
Life sonar.
In this place of your key and utilizing your key, it can be a fierce active thing as when you're in battle, but it can also be something that you draw out for healing and for other acts and interactions and behaviors. And you've fostered your shovel to a different space through that same sort of investiture of your key. And as you move key towards another somewhat inanimate object, you can feel your shovel kind of like rumble to you a little bit. But as you kind of release your energy into this object, you touch and the shell is so smooth and yet resilient, and you sense a soft rhythmic beating, like the echo of a tiny heartbeat.
Aw.
You smell cinnamon.
Ooh.
And I just go, yep, definitely an egg. In case anyone was wondering, it's definitely an egg.
I'm right here. You don't have to yell.
I'm not yelling. I'm certainly not anxious or anything about this.
Okay.
I'm not yelling. You're yelling.
I'm gonna set it on the ground and then release the spell, and then walk over to the other dragon. The
Okay.
dragon.
You go over to the other dragon, and you're faced with an enormous corpse. You have been part of the recovery efforts of parts of a large acidic black dragon that was melting away, and there was a lot of people involved in trying to harvest there.
I used my bacon soda trick.
This is not. Yes, you did use that before. This is not that type of dragon. This is. I mean, the other dragon, the green dragon, that you kind of exploded all over the place. Well, there was parts everywhere. This is an intact corpse of a much larger ancient red dragon. What are you going to do?
I don't know what to do. How does one loot a dragon? Like a dead dragon body? I'm gonna look at its mouth.
You're going to look at its mouth?
Yes, see if anything's in there.
Yeah,
Take a couple teeth.
you walk over to the mouth. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Investigation.
Or survival.
19 for either.
Just tell me which one you want to choose.
Say investigation.
Okay. You kind of have to like push up on the snout to open it up. And as you push up on the snout, you see muscles shudder along the length of the dragon. And it's a little bit of a fright because that could have been movement, but it wasn't movement. It was an involuntary contraction or something that had occurred. But what it did do is it caused something at the back of the dragon's throat to release some substance. You can smell it in the air. It smells pretty awful. But back there, you think that there might be a gland of some sort. Getting in here to get back there would be pretty big effort, and that mouth would probably close on you, and you'd be in the fairly large cavern of its mouth.
Running out of spells, running out of spells, running out of spells. I got nothing, man. I have no tools to harvest a dragon. I have no skills. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna walk back to my friends. Like, yeah, I don't know what to do with that.
Okay.
Unless,
Awesome.
Unless I'm gonna forge something or make a map. That's the only proficiencies I have in crafting. So,
You mean monster carving isn't part of the general education of a early Overtonian tavern brat?
I feel like we should go get the smiths from the delve and have them come back here and harvest this dragon for us.
All right.
Maybe,
Well,
maybe we can let the tower people harvest the dragon, and maybe they'll give us some good stuff.
I suppose. I mean, that might just be part of the reward, but we don't know that. But we
Maybe.
could say it. We could ask.
I mean, they don't know what it is until we tell them.
So it's as big as Asher or Tanzanite's torso. Ma'am.
The egg is yes.
Is there any chance I can
Lift it.
put it on my back and somehow carry it?
Roll a strength check. See if you can pick it up.
Oh, a natural one, you drop it and break it.
It could possibly solve our problem.
Yeah.
That's actually a decent roll.
Drop it.
19.
19?
Mhm.
You go to pick it up, and it is large. I mean, it's not horrifically large, but it's awkward, and you kind of get it hefted a bit. You can't get it over your head or anything like that, but you can get it hefted up. And as you pick it up, you hear a cracking noise.
Oh,
Mama.
I'm going to slowly lower it back to the ground.
Is it hatching or did you break it?
I don't know. I'm not that strong.
The
I'm going-
tones of the shell have taken on a slight red hue.
I'm going to put it back down, and I'm just going to knock on the eggshell.
You knock on the eggshell. Roll a perception check.
Unnatural 20.
After you knock and you stay close to it, touching, hearing, feeling it, you can feel that there's faint tremors, as if the creature inside, if there is a creature, is stretching, testing the boundaries of the confinement. The rhythmic beating from before is slightly erratic for a little bit. And then it settles back into the rhythmic, soft beating.
Can I? I'm going to turn to Asher and Trixie or Tanzanite and be like, so we have a couple of options. I think if we stay here and rest until we can either communicate with the tower or get to the tower. Oh, wait, no. What am I saying? We can use the ship.
maybe. We tried. Asher tried to fix it as best he could.
I'm assuming it's working. I can go check, but shut up, Burke.
I was just really confused for a long time.
I guess I'm gonna gingerly start to like.
I'm gonna just when she starts to do that, I'm just gonna animate the egg and float it up again.
Well, okay, fine. Didn't want you to have to use another spell
Still,
thing.
Tanzanite,
I just
you've
gotta
been
go find
trying-
Shep.
You've been trying to look for Shep during all this. This is going on. It's off in the background. Additional creatures of the forest are coming to the edge. None of them are approaching the burnt out space. And as you move past a couple of large, possibly awakened trees that are sitting there contemplating if it's worth taking the next step, you come into a dark, overgrown little glade area. It's gloomy, gloomier than a forest should be. There doesn't seem to be anything living here, but you do see, curled up at the foot of a large rock, Shep, asleep.
I am going to walk over and first squat down to see if that wakes them at all, and if not, I'm going to place my hand on their shoulder.
The moment you squat down, a shadow erupts from beneath them and looks you in the eyes.
Hello. Hello, how are you today?
It just keeps looking at you a little bit intently, a little bit of curiosity. Moves its hand towards your face. Touches your cheek. You can feel this shadow.
Oh,
substantive. And then it opens its mouth and you just see fangs, sharp, pointy white fangs. But then it's gone. And Shep is slowly waking up. Oh, what? Is it night yet?
I'm swallowed down a scream that I wanted to do and just go, the dragon is dead. We're leaving. If
It
you want to
worked.
go to the ship.
You could have waited until I was ready to help you, but apparently you don't need me.
Oh, it's not that we didn't need you. It sort of everything went faster than expected.
So the dream worked. It seemed interested.
Well, yeah. Trixie
I-
sort of brought it to us.
I had a moment of inspiration, and I filled the dream with the airship was full of eggs.
It's funny you say that.
I thought, what else would a dragon want but eggs?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Eggs.
it worked for the dream. For whatever reason, it really dug into that dream. It woke up. It knocked me aside. It drained everything because I hate it when creatures wake up in the middle of the dream.
Mm.
It's not okay. It's exhausting. But
Well, I don't think I could do what you do, but we should probably get going.
yeah. As it says, yes, you see that like more shadows kind of erupt from it, including the one that showed its fangs to you. And they pause for a second when you say
Yeah, it's we found an egg, so just Trixie's kind of looking out for that. So that's why I said that was funny that you showed it eggs.
think Tanzanite dreams of eggs too? Or Trixie dreams of eggs too?
I knew what you meant. I don't. I mean, I've never asked her about her dreams.
Huh. Maybe her people and dragons have more in common.
Eggs. Huh? I
Do you think they come from
Oh.
eggs?
don't think she came from an egg, but that'd be a good. No, maybe that wouldn't be a good conversation to have with her.
I came from nightmares. Stranger things.
Hmm.
And with that, they kind of get up and they follow you, their shadows spurring off in different directions. Okay, are you all reconvening at the airship?
Yarp.
Yeah,
Yep.
Egg rolled up into the interior spaces via the elevator, and Trixie at the wheel. Trixie, where are you taking these people? Are you taking them up to that tower, or are you going home? You're muted.
Thanks, Buffy. Okay. I'm going to turn to Tanzanite and Asher and be like, so I suppose we should go to the tower because Bonnie's going to be waiting for us. But let's maybe leave our theories about there being more eggs somewhere else to ourselves for now. Not trying to keep the information from them but like more so I guess let's see how they react to the first egg. Does that sound like a plan? And then if they react in a way that seems like they might abuse it or sell it to like the highest bidder kind of thing, then maybe we just, don't mention the other ones. Yeah?
I feel like this is more of an alliance problem than a tower problem.
I agree.
All right.
So-
So
The tower?
yeah,
To
feel
the
free
tower.
board the airship. Take off and fly towards the tower. And I think it makes sense to end here, pre-arriving at the tower. Although you can think about what you might do or say or whatever. It wouldn't take long to get to the tower from here. Just a few hours. The flying creatures through the forest were much speedier than the airship is, just due to the connection to the train and their supernatural abilities. But you all get there fairly swiftly, easily before full nightfall. And we will pick up then.
Hooray!
Next time on Probability of Demise.
When Rurik will be hopefully considerably less annoyed with us for killing their dragon again.
When we'll be face to face so that I can kill you with a dragon in person.
That's okay. I think that Rurik's got a 5-headed dragon goddess in their pocket at some point. So
Yay.
Not really, it all just depends on you. Save the universe, save a friend. Great. Thank you for joining us on Probability of Demise. Like Demise. That was words. Bye.
was it? Okay. All right.
Bye.